Here's a simple chord progression. It's going to use C, F, G, and A minor. And basically what I'm going to do is keep this finger here the whole time on C. And this is kind of a good trick to know about, is keeping some things constant while you change chords. So you put your first finger here, and it's going to stay there the entire progression. And so I'll play it and then explain what I'm doing. But watch, this finger is going to stay here the whole time. So, there we go. So there's a couple of things going on aside from the basic chords and this staying constant. I'm also, you could tell, it was like I was lifting, like playing this note and then lifting it off. That's kind of what gives it its musical sense. The first chord is C major, so 3, 2, 0, 1, and then pinky is going to start up here. I have my thumb here to mute this out, to mute out the bottom string, so I'm going the pinky up there, and then lifting my pinky off. So, and the next chord is a G, just like you do G like this, but this finger has to stay on this note C. So this actually makes it a G11 or G sus4, depending on if you want to be really technical and include this note. The same thing happens there with the pinky lifts off. And then I go to an F, so thumb needs to go here on 1. Then 3, 2, this finger stays here, 1, and then pinky is going to start up here and then lift off to open string. And then you go to C, just a regular C, and then a G, and right there I do this note is D for the first time, and this finger is going to stay here. So the last part was, so that slight variation is kind of signaling that the chord progression is going to start over. So. Would be like a F9 when you have G in it, and then it would be a F major 7 when you have E in it. And then we go to C, G, and then I'll just play it again real slow. Extended, like maybe going to A minor, back to F, C, G, A minor, F, like this. Another thing you could do with this is like pick the notes instead of strumming, like. You can start adding more stuff to it, but you could just take those basic chords and just pick on them. So the idea here I wanted to share was just keeping something constant and also kind of toggling stuff. So I mean, in my mind, this is just basically C, G, F. That's what it could sound like with basic chords, and then adding this kind of softens the whole thing, and then adding this kind of makes it have more like kind of movement to it. But you can do it with any chord progression, you know, like if you had let me think of another one people do a lot of, like in the key of D, you could have D, G, A. So you could have D. What you could do maybe is keep like this note constant, D, the entire time. So you'd have D, G with that D in it, and then A sus4. Or if you want to make something a little like smoother sounding, maybe you could have the F sharp in it the whole time. So you have like. Playing D, I have F sharp, G, F sharp, and A. With F sharp, you have to go like, that's a pretty nice chord, so I like that, it sounds cool. In the key I was thinking of that has no F sharp normally is E minor, so you could do like E minor with F sharp, maybe F sharp minor. Cool. I've never played that progression before. It would sound like really typical if I wasn't doing that F sharp the whole time. That E minor, I didn't really like it though, so maybe I would. Like this, the E minor. Sounds kind of bad too. anyways, that's just another example where the idea is just keeping something constant. But in the progression that I had, it was this note, C. But it's a good way to come up with a lot of ideas real fast.